Hello guys. Hi there. This is part 2 of Esther Rolle that I was talking about her on my other video. And speaking about her and JJ, the character of JJ, not kind of getting along. This is just allegedly, we don't know really what happened, but just listening to different stories and kind of taking your own pick about what happened. But she didn't think that he was serious enough about her cause. I want to say it that way. Because she was trying to depict a certain thing, and then he came on with his jokes and his humor and how he delivered things. And it just made it seem like her plight was a little less important, I think. And so I can understand that. But we needed JJ because JJ, to me, embodied a young black guy who was in the ghetto with his family, but he somehow found a reason and a purpose for his life with his painting and with his being a big brother to his sister and his brother. And he was special. And he would just laugh at himself. He would also be so funny to us, His way of taking things, his way that he handled things was so cool. And what I really loved about him was his how he cared about himself and he thought he was the finest thing going. And his dynamite phrase and you couldn't tell JJ he didn't look good. So however he looked to people, that made him very attractive. Because he was like, this is me, I'm JJ, and I got it going on. You better ask somebody. And I loved him when I looked at him. I loved JJ. And I love when Janet came on. Janet Jackson came on the show as a little girl and playing the part she played with Tootie's mother. Tootie's mother was playing her mother in this sitcom in Good Times. And she abused Janet and whatever, but Janet just loved JJ. And most people do because JJ is so comforting. And his personality, that character was really good. I'm hoping that that's probably who he really was. I have a girlfriend I worked with before, and she said she met him one day somewhere. I guess she was at a concert or something, and he was there. And she said he was a very nice man, of course. And he had given her a picture or something. And she was like, oh, I met him before. I was like, oh, that is so cool. But yeah, I think his brand of comedy and the way he turned the show was a good thing. I really do. I also loved John Amos's part in it as the dad. I absolutely loved him. He's passed away too now, and he's a loss for us because he was a wonderful guy. I also love John Amos in Roots when he played Kunta Kinte, the adult Kunta Kinte. He was just gorgeous. Anyway, enough about Esther Rolle. I love her.